Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Chapter 3.1 through 3.6 review number 2. Remember to show all your work and to circle your final answers. Alright, let's take a look at number 1. It says Anastasia and Rogelio were driving their motorcycles in opposite directions. When they passed each other, Anastasia was going 75 miles per hour and Rogelio was going 65 miles per hour. We want to know how long will it take them. The distance between them is 700 miles. Okay, so let's think about this. Anastasia was going, let's see how good Mr. Grice can draw a motorcycle. Probably pretty bad. Anyways, there are handlebars, it looks more like a bike. Anyways, there she is. She's got her helmet on, you can see her little hair coming out of the back. And she's flying one direction, and she's going 75 miles per hour. So let's just call that 75x. But then Rogelio, he's going the opposite direction. And on his bike, he's got a little lowrider. So there he is, he's riding it. There's hands. Thankfully, they both have helmets. He's going the opposite direction, going 65x. Okay, or 65 miles per hour. So we want to know when the distance between the two of them is 700 miles. So if we take their combined speed together, we can get that distance. So we're going to take this gorgeous picture, we're going to shrink it down to size. We should just delete it in general because it was so bad. But anyways, we're going to take Rogelio's speed plus Anastasia's speed, sorry I forgot the x's, and we're going to set that equal to 700. So we can combine our like terms, and we have a total of 140x equals 700. To get the x by itself, yep, you said it, we divide both sides by 140, and we get x equals 5. Okay? And just remember, we want to know how long it will take. It'll take 5 what? 5 minutes? 5 seconds? No, it's going to take 5 hours. And that is our final answer. Okay, number 2. It says if 5 giant donuts cost $3.75, how much would 8 of the same donuts cost? So the two things that we're talking about, because when we're setting up a proportion, we want to make sure we label everything. Okay, so the first thing they talk about the donuts, and the second thing they talk about is the cost. So when we set these up equal to each other, I know that the donuts are going to go on the top and the cost is going to go on the bottom. Okay? Now the second part, they said 8 donuts, but we don't know how much that's going to cost. Okay? So we're going to cross multiply, or the cross product. 5 times x is 5x. And then we need to do 8 times 375. So it's 8 times 375. Come on, you guys get a baby calculator. Did you get 30? Good, because that's what I got. Now, to solve for x, we have to divide both sides by 5, and we get our total of x equals 6. But 6 what? What are we talking about? Were we looking for donuts? No, let's read that again. How much? So 8 donuts would cost $6. Okay, number 3. A 12-ounce serving of Mountain Dew has 55 milligrams of caffeine. how much caffeine does an 18-ounce serving of Mountain Dew have? So the words that I saw the most were ounces, and then we were talking about caffeine. So the first one that we know is that 12 ounces was 55 milligrams. So 12 over 55. Now this next one right here is saying how much caffeine, so we don't know 18 ounces. Okay, so we're still talking about ounces, so that goes on the top, and we don't know the amount of caffeine, so that's what's going to go on the bottom. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing as the last one. We want the cross product. So 12 times x is 12x, and we're going to set that equal to 18 times 55. Well, what's 18 times 55? Did you get it yet? Yeah, you should have gotten 990. The last step is to get the x by itself, so we have to divide both sides by 12. And it's okay that we got a decimal right here. We got 82.5, and what are we talking about? We're not just talking about caffeine, we're talking milligrams of caffeine, which is actually a lot. Hopefully, if you guys even still drink Mountain Dew, hopefully you're drinking the smaller one. Okay. Number 4, it says the following represents the price of different sized juice boxes. Which is a brand offers the better price per ounce? So we're going to do a little comparison shopping. And when we're doing, what we're finding right now is the unit price. Okay. So we're going to take the price and we're going to divide it by the ounces. Okay. So the first one, we would do 0.72 and we're going to divide it by 6. Okay, and 0.72 divided by 6 is 0.12. Okay, so I want you guys to do that for the Capri Sun and the High C. So go ahead and pause the video and try those two on your own. Good luck. Okay, those were the answers that I got. So which one's the cheapest? Per ounce, it's going to be Capri Sun. Okay, so we would write Capri Sun is the winner. Oh, why does it keep writing in green? All right, so Capri Sun. All right, let's flip it over. Okay, we have 4 more problems. All right, it says a cup of Starbucks regular tea has 20 milligrams of caffeine more than the decaffeinated or decaf tea. If together they contain a total of 100 milligrams of caffeine, how much caffeine does the decaffeinated tea contain? So the first thing that I noticed is that we're talking about regular and decaf. So the first thing that I'm going to put down is that they both have X's. Okay? Now, let's read this. A cup of the regular tea has 20 milligrams of caffeine more than. Okay? So that means that regular, we have to add 20 to it. Okay? Now, together, all of them equal 100. So we would take the regular, the x plus 20, plus the decaf, and all together, that equals 100. Okay, now you guys should be pretty good at this. Let's go ahead and pause the video and I want you to solve this on your own. Good luck. Okay, so I combined like terms. So I got 2x plus 20 equals 100. And now I solved by SADMAP. So I subtracted 20 to both sides and then divided by 2, and we get that x equals 40. Now, let's look at the question. It's saying how much caffeine does the decaffeinated tea contain? Well, since decaf was just x, isn't that what we just found? So we could say that the decaf tea has 40 milligrams of caffeine. And that's our final answer. All right, number 6. It says Teresa has 276 saved text messages from her best friends Alex and Martina. She has twice as many, ooh, that sounds important. She has twice as many saved text messages from Martina than Alex. How many saved text messages does she have from Martina? Okay, so remember she's got 276 saved. Now, the two people that they're talking about are Alex and Martina. Now, just like that last one, we're going to put X's for both of them. And it says that she has twice as many saved from Martina. So that means Martina is twice as many, so it's 2 times as much as Alex. Okay, now we're going to take Martina and Alex, we're going to add them together, and we're going to add them to get 276. All right, let's go ahead and solve this. We're going to combine our like terms. We get 3x equals 276. And to get the x all by itself, we have to divide. And we get that x equals 92. Now, that's our x. And we said that x was Alex. But we're looking for Martina. So we're going to take the 2x, and we just learned that x is 92. So we multiply those two together, and we get 184. Okay? So there are 184 saved text messages from Martina. Okay? Remember, don't do all of that hard work and then lose points because you're lazy and you forgot to label your answer. Okay? Don't be that guy. All right, 2 more. All right. Roseanna invests $5,200 into an account that pays 3% simple interest for 4 years. Okay. So that's one person. Now, it says Ingrid invests $5,100 into an account that pays 2.5% for 6 years. How much more, who or how will have, I think that's supposed to say who will have more money in their account at the end of the term? Okay, so we're doing simple interest. So if you don't remember it, we're doing I equals PRT. And we're going to have to do this for both people. Okay, so I'm going to draw a little line right here so we know that on one side we're going to do Roseanne. And on the other side, we're going to do Ingrid. And we're going to see who has the most money. So we have interest equals principal, the rate and the time because all of those matter. So interest is what we're looking for first. The principal is 5,200. My rate is 3%, and we need to change that to a decimal. So it's 0.03, and it's 4 years. So interest equals, and then all we do is multiply all those numbers together. Okay? And be lucky because the first couple years we taught this, we were doing this all by hand. Okay? So 5,200 times 0.03 times 4, and we get that the interest equals $624. Now, they want to know how much money is in their account. Well, $624 isn't in their account. That's the interest. So to find out the total money in their account, we have to add how much she started with. And she started with $5,200. So once we do that, we know that Roseanne has a total of $5,824. Okay, now we have to do the same thing for Ingrid. All right, so we don't know what the interest is. We know the principal is $5,100. The rate, 2.5% is 0.025. It's not 0.25, that would be 25%. And then time is 6 years. Okay, so see if you can figure out what Ingrid made. All right, go ahead and pause the video. Good luck. Okay, so I got that our interest was $765. And remember that we have to add that to how much she had in her account beforehand. Okay, so who's got more money? Does Roseanne or does Ingrid? Ingrid. So Ingrid is our big winner. All right, let's slide it over. So the last one states that Anna and Rosie are sisters. Their age are consecutive. How old are they if the sum of their ages, so when we add them together, is 149? Okay, so we have Anna and we have Rosie. They're consecutive. They don't say who's older, but someone, it doesn't matter which one, is 1 year older. Consecutive, okay? So together, so when we add both of them up, we get 149. Okay, combine your like terms. We get 2x plus 1 equals 149. And now we solve by SADMAP. So I'm going to subtract 1 to both sides. And we get 2x equals 148. Divide both sides by 2. And we get that x equals 74. Okay, so that's the first one, but then we need 74. Yeah, that's right, plus 1. Okay, so our two numbers are 74 and 75. And you should always double check that. We can go off to the side and do 74 plus 75. Well, 4 plus 5 is 9. 7 plus 7 is 14. And I'm happy. There's my answer. All right, well, that's going to be it for Algebra 2, Chapter 3.1 through 3.6 review number 2. Remember, if you have any questions, you need to come find Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off. Thanks for watching.